Viktor Morozov, known professionally as Vic Morrow, was an American actor and director born on February 14, 1929, in the Bronx, New York City, to Russian Jewish immigrant parents Harry and Eugenia Morrow. Raised in a middle-class Jewish family, he grew up with one brother and one sister. Restless and rebellious as a teenager, he dropped out of high school at 17 and joined the United States Navy. After his service, he completed his high school education at night school and attended Florida Southern College on the GI Bill, initially as a pre-law student. A role in a college production of I Remember Mama awakened his passion for acting, leading him to Mexico City College in 1950, where he performed in bilingual productions of Shakespeare, Molière, and Shaw. Returning to New York, he gained experience in little theater work and trained seriously at the Actors Workshop under Paul Mann for 2 years. Morrow's professional breakthrough came when he was cast as the menacing juvenile delinquent Artie West in the film Blackboard Jungle. Remarkably, he auditioned for the role at MGM without an agent or appointment, competing successfully against future stars like Steve McQueen and John Cassavetes. The film's success brought Morrow early fame, but also a form of typecasting. He was frequently offered roles as troubled, violent, or antagonistic young men. He worked steadily in films such as Men in War, God's Little Acre, King Creole with Elvis Presley, and Portrait of a Mobster, where he played gangster Dutch Schultz. Despite regular employment, he grew frustrated with being cast in similar parts and ended his association with MGM in 1956, conscious that narrow typecasting could limit his development as an actor. Morrow's most enduring success came on television with the World War II drama series Combat, which aired from 1962 to 1967. As Sergeant Chip Saunders, he created one of television's definitive portrayals of an infantry soldier, tough, intense, and deeply human. The series brought him wide recognition and an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Continued Performance by an Actor in a Series. On set, he was known for his seriousness, preparation, and commitment to realism, sometimes clashing with colleagues, but also winning respect for his professionalism. Co-star Rick Jason later praised him as a gifted director, especially for the ambitious combat episode Hills Are for Heroes, which Morrow directed with a strong, cinematic sense of pacing and visual storytelling. Alongside acting, Morrow pursued directing as a natural extension of his interest in the craft. He directed episodes of Combat and other television series and moved into feature films with Death Watch, which he produced and directed, and A Man Called Sledge, a Western starring James Garner that he wrote and directed. His career in the 1970s combined film and television work with notable appearances in Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, the hit baseball comedy The Bad News Bears, Disney's adventure Treasure of Matacumbe, and later genre titles such as Humanoids from the Deep and 1990 The Bronx Warriors. On television, he was a frequent guest star on popular series including Alfred Hitchcock Presents, The Rifleman, Naked City, Bonanza, The Untouchables, Mission Impossible, Hawaii Five-0, and the landmark miniseries Roots and The Captains and the Kings. In his personal life, Morrow married screenwriter Barbara Turner in 1957. The couple had 2 daughters, Carrie Ann Morrow and Jennifer Jason Leigh, the latter becoming a highly acclaimed actress in her own right, and in many ways the best-known bearer of his artistic legacy. Morrow and Turner divorced in 1964. He later married Gail A. Lester in 1975. That marriage ended in divorce in 1979. Behind his professional image, Morrow faced a series of personal difficulties, including the emotional strain of divorce, the loss of his mother, periods of career uncertainty, and struggles with alcohol, particularly when work became less steady in the 1970s. Though raised in a Jewish household and consistently identified as Jewish, his adult religious practice was private and not widely documented. He was regarded as heterosexual, having been married twice to women. Known for his intensity, Morrow could be demanding on set, especially during combat, where he often thought to deepen and expand his character and to enhance the show's realism. Colleagues sometimes found him difficult, but many also recognized his dedication to the material and his concern for quality. He held strong personal and political views, and while his specific activism was not widely chronicled, he tended to gravitate toward roles and stories that engaged with social issues, conflict, and moral complexity. To support himself during his early acting years, he had driven a taxicab in New York, an experience that underscored the precariousness of the profession and the value of persistence. On July 23, 1982, while filming a segment for Twilight Zone the movie near Los Angeles, Morrow's life ended in a widely publicized on-set catastrophe. During a night shoot involving heavy pyrotechnics and a low-flying helicopter, an explosion caused the helicopter to lose control and crash onto the area where Morrow and two child actors, Renee Shin-Yi Chen and Micah Din Lei, were performing. All three were killed instantly in a horrific accident that shocked Hollywood and the public. Morrow was 53 years old. The tragedy led to criminal charges of involuntary manslaughter against director John Landis and others, intense scrutiny of safety practices, and ultimately significant changes in film industry regulations regarding stunts, special effects, and the use of child performers. Vic Morrow was laid to rest at Hillside Memorial Park Cemetery in Culver City, California. Although the exact details of his finances at the time of his death were not publicly known, it was understood that he had experienced both prosperous periods and lean years, especially during career downturns. Beyond the controversy surrounding his final project, his lasting reputation rests on the power of his screen work, the raw vulnerability he brought to early roles like Artie West, the grounded heroism of Sergeant Saunders in Combat, and the intense presence he carried into both film and television across nearly 3 decades. Through Jennifer Jason Leigh's distinguished acting career and through the continued appreciation of Combat and his other films, Vic Morrow's legacy endures as that of a committed, serious actor whose life and death left a permanent mark on American film and television history.